Hi, my name is Kelly Jones and I am here with a healthy eating tip, particularly different ingredients in your foods. Now, why is that important? Because the ingredients that we ingest into our bodies affect our gut, and the bulk of our immune system is in our gut. So if we aren't taking in good nutrition, then we're messing with the good bacteria in our gut. And one of the biggest culprits is sugar. Sugar has a tendency to destroy our healthy gut bacteria and to feed the unhealthy gut bacteria. Now, let's see here. One of the things that you're going to find a lot of sugar in is packaged foods. So imagine going to the grocery store. Close to 75% of the packages of food in the grocery store contain some amount of added sugars. Why does this happen? Well, food manufacturers know that we are watching our sugars, and so they have different names. And when you look in the ingredient list, you'll see sugar under a lot of different names, and you may not even know that it's sugar. There's at least 61 different names of sugars that manufacturers use, and it's closer to 100 when you start including all the sugar alcohols. Just to give you a reference point, 4 grams of sugar. So if you look at a food label and it says 4 grams of added sugar, that's 1 teaspoon of added sugar. So you start adding that up every time you look at a packaged food and you see added grams of sugar. Imagine sticking this teaspoon into your sugar and just eating that straight sugar. To give you an idea of how much sugar there are in some different products, a 12-ounce can of soda can contain as many as 11 teaspoons, over 46 grams of sugar per serving. One leading brand of yogurt, 7 teaspoons of sugar in that little 6-ounce container. That's 29 grams of sugar per serving. A breakfast bar that says it's made with real fruit and whole grains lists almost 4 teaspoons of sugar, 15 grams. Take a cereal like Raisin Bran. On the box it might advertise no high fructose corn syrup, and it can contain 5 teaspoons of sugar, 20 grams of sugar per serving. That's just 1 cup of cereal. We tend to think of cranberry pomegranate juice products as maybe being something a little more healthy. It might advertise no high fructose corn syrup, 100% vitamin C, can contain 7.5 teaspoons of sugar, 30 grams of sugar in 1 small 8-ounce or 1 cup serving. I've got a couple of things here. Kind bars, we tend to think that Kind bars are healthy, and it does say 100% whole grains. It's made with 5 super grains: oats, millet, buckwheat, amaranth, quinoa, no genetically engineered ingredients. So that all sounds real good. But we look on the side and it includes 8 grams of added sugar. So remember, that's 2 teaspoons. When we look at the size of that bar, it's not very big. So 2 extra teaspoons of sugar is quite a bit for such a small bar. Let's contrast that with this, organic toasted oats. We look at this and it says includes 1 gram of added sugar. So that's only a 1/4 teaspoon in 1 2/3 cup cereal. That's a lot of cereal for only a 1/4 teaspoon. Now most people are going to look at that and they're going to say, that tastes so bland, it's not even good. Well, in future videos we can talk about what's some way that we can sweeten things up with healthier sugars so that it is still palatable to us. Now, according to the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, there are some really common names of sugar that you're going to find on ingredient lists. So things like anhydrous dextrose, crystal dextrose, fructose sweetener, high fructose corn syrup, liquid fructose. So you notice anything that ends in OSE is a sugar. Anything that says sugar or white sugar or raw sugar, brown sugar, obviously those are all sugars. There are things like cane crystals, cane sugars, so anything with the word cane signifies sugar. So does the word syrup. So there's corn syrup, malt syrup, maple syrup, pancake syrup. They might just use the word syrup. That all indicates sugar. Even things like fruit juice, honey, molasses, some of those things. Now those might not be something like honey and molasses you might not think would be too bad, but are they high quality products? A lot of times they're not. So those are some of the common names that you want to look for on packages. So I want you to start looking at the packages of different food products that you consume and beverages, and start looking on the ingredient list and looking for these names. So like for instance on this Kind bar, there's cane sugar, second ingredient on the list. There's also honey, there is molasses, and there's also brown rice syrup. So 4 different names of syrup. You might look at that and just think, you know, there's a little bit of cane sugar in it. To give you an idea of what you should be shooting for per day, men should be shooting for no more than 38 grams of sugar per day. So 1 can of soda, that's shot, right? Women, not more than 25 grams or 6 teaspoons. So you have 1 little 6-ounce yogurt that contains 7 teaspoons of sugar, you're done with sugar for the day. Children, only 3 to 6 teaspoons or 12 to 25 grams. So if we've got our kids drinking even a small cup of fruit juice, we're already going over the limit for that. So I want to challenge you guys this week to just really take a look at where all the added sugars are coming in your day, and just maybe pick one item that you can find a healthier version of to start scaling back on the amount of sugar that you're ingesting. So if you have any questions or feedback or any other nutritional topics that you'd like us to cover, just go ahead and comment below, and we'll try to cover those in future videos. But I hope today's information was helpful to you, and we will see you next week. Thanks a lot.